I have a top 5 list of python species that are under $1,000 that I've really wanted, and I'm heading to the FedEx shipping store to pick one up right now. All right, thank you. So as I'm driving home, I just wanted to explain again what I kind of meant in the beginning. I have a list of python species that I really want to keep, and there's a section called Phase 1 that I named. In Phase 1 are 5 python species that cost under $1,000 that I've always wanted to keep. And essentially, once I have Python Phase 1, then I can move on to Python Phase 2. And Phase 2 is snakes over $1,000. Phase 3 is even more expensive, and that's just how it goes. So basically, I'm working my way up the totem pole to some of my dream snakes. Of the Python Phase 1 list, I already have 2 of the 5 species. The first species that I acquired off of the list was my Woma pythons. That was my female, and here is my wonderful looking male. My second python species off of my Phase 1 list is my Australian olive python, and here is my male. I don't quite have a female yet, but I plan to get one soon. And finally, whatever is in this box is the 3rd species out of the 5 species on my Python Phase 1 list. We're gonna turn off that filter for a second just for noise quality. And without further ado, let's get this box open. I've wanted this python species for a very, very long time, several years, and I'm super excited to actually be holding one in my hand right now. This is a male of the species, and it is an import. Now, typically I don't order an import for obvious reasons. However, I did find a trustworthy importer, and his name is Tommy from Reptiles, to shout out to him. I say let's open this box and see what's inside. Man, I'm really hoping this guy's okay. It's actually 20 degrees Fahrenheit outside right now. Yesterday it was really nice weather, but a cold front hit us out of nowhere. I think this knife is pretty dull. Goodness gracious. This knife did a terrible job. I should probably sharpen it or something. Okay, here is the moment of truth. I think I'm gonna change camera angles real quick. Okay, now you get a bird's eye view of what's happening. So I'm gonna open up the top here. And now I gotta get this foam out. Good way to do it is with a knife, just poke it. That works really well. And we've got a snake bag, check this out. Oh man. Feel if there's any movement. Oh yeah, I feel some movement. Seems to be okay, I think. Might be a little bit cold. All right, let's open this thing up. Oh, that's a pretty slick way to package it. Just put some tape over it, label it, you're good to go. Okay, looks like there's some shredded newspaper inside here. I'm gonna roll this open for you so you can see a little bit better, and also so I can get my hand in there without immediately getting bit. So there's newspaper in there. And let me dig around in here. Oh boy, I'm making a mess, but oh well. I'll clean it up. Okay. Where's his face at so I don't get nailed? Or maybe I should just dump him into my hand. Oh, he's coming out. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, oh my gosh. He might be a little feisty. Oh man. He's definitely a fighter. Oh, he's musking. Oh man. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a male high gold white lip python. Crazy cool. I might get nailed. We'll see. We'll see. Beautiful python. Beautiful snake. I don't know if you guys can see very well. Hopefully you can. Am I gonna get bit on the arm? Who knows? Can you see? Hopefully you can see. Look at this gorgeous snake. High gold, got the black on its head, iridescent, and of course the iconic white lip, hence the namesake. This thing is surprisingly wiry for how cold it is, so I don't know if I should be worried about keeping these after all, but I have worked with these in the past at a reptile breeding facility, and I am so excited to have this one. This is a boy, and I'm gonna have to find him a female because we're definitely gonna try to breed these guys. Look at this snake. Actually, let me turn the camera around so I can actually see for sure that you can see. Ladies and gents, look at that beautiful snake. Look at the gold on this thing. I mean, holy cow, the colors. Made sure to have a light on. Look at the iridescence on the head there. The white lips. Oh, this is incredible. I've wanted one of these snakes for so long. And this is a perfect specimen. Oh man, check it out. Wow. I am so very excited to have this male white-lipped python with me now. And shout out to Rockabirdie Reptiles for sending this beautiful specimen to me in perfect condition. Without much more to say, let's get this guy set up. In my last video, me and my friend went and picked this up from my other friend Kirk's house. This is a 55-gallon aquarium that was given to me. Up until today, it's been sitting outside in the cold, freezing weather, picking up leaves and holding all the rocks and debris that was still inside of it from the previous owner who had koi fish in here. He used to breed koi fish. Now it's rinsed out. I'm gonna disinfect it and then we're gonna start setting it up. Coming at you guys with a voiceover, I first had to plug up the hole that was drilled in my aquarium. And so I took some aluminum foil. You can really use anything, a piece of cork, a rock, pretty much just something that will keep the snake from escaping the bottom. I then took some jungle mix from Zilla and I dumped it all in. I've used this bag previously, but I had some leftovers, so it worked, and filled the bottom just to the right amount. Spread it around, covered up that hole. I also had some dried magnolia leaves, and so for that natural leaf litter look on the bottom, I went ahead and spread some around. Now this is not a bioactive setup, however, eventually I would like to make it that way. At some point I'll just have to make that commitment. Next into the enclosure was this huge piece of driftwood. I've had this piece for a long time and I've used it for several different animals, and it's just a really cool piece. I went ahead and added a half log as a hide. However, I think I will be adding some more larger hides later on. And then I put in a water dish. I made sure to pack some dirt around the water dish so that it wouldn't be knocked over as easily. And that is basically the setup for now. I'll definitely be doing some changes later on because I'm not too happy with how it looks, and I also want to add some more hides. I added a screen top from Zilla as well as a heat bulb. I plugged it straight into the wall, although I will definitely be adding a timer later on. Again, I'll be making some changes and you will see that in the next reptile room tour. It was now time to introduce the new white-lipped python into his new enclosure. However, he was being slightly uncooperative. He somehow ended up on top of the screen enclosure instead of going inside, and then he decided to square off with me because he was ready for a fight. After I was able to successfully get him into his new enclosure, I basically just decided to leave him alone so that he can get used to his new surroundings. Looking back at this footage, I definitely want to add some fake foliage so that he can hide better and also to spruce up the look of the enclosure. I bought these screen locking clips and I really hope they do the trick. If I have an escape, I will have to get some extra ones and just get every single corner of the enclosure. And there you guys have it. This is the enclosure that my brand new white-lipped python will be staying in for at least the rest of the year. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I feel like I should end this video saying that I named this new snake Heisenberg.